Just give it a little bit. Do some sharing here. All righty. Good evening, everyone. Before we get too deep into the intros, just want to welcome Wolf Chapa. First time on the program.
Howdy.
Hopefully not the last. Hopefully we don't scare you away.
Boo.
So there's a couple of people that I'm going to bring on, that I'd like to bring on as regulars, once a week, twice a week, whatever. And Wolf mentioned it, so we talked about it, and he agreed. Yeah, I'll do that. I can do that. So I was thinking about doing a pillow talk tonight, so I'm like, you know what? Let me ask him if he's willing to come on. If he's not asleep, maybe he's a night owl like myself, like a lot of us. And yeah, sure enough, he agreed. And so welcome, Wolf, to Manny Behind the Mic. How are you doing?
I am well. Thank you for the invite. And hello, everybody. How are you?
Welcome,
How you
Wolf
doing?
Chapa. How you doing, right?
How you doing?
So, who is Wolf? I know a lot of people know you. And
Who am
and believe it or not, in the political world down here, a lot of people know you. And people have gotten to know you. What's your story?
Who am I? I am the former Republican chair of Willacy County. I am the first Latino Republican chair of Willacy County. I am also the first openly gay Republican chair of Willacy County. I am
Gay
also
Republican chair. Yep.
gay Republican chair of Willacy County. I'm also the first openly gay Republican chair in the state of Texas.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I got recognized by that, by the governor and the lieutenant governor, and so that's a wiener, and I got accepted by that, and I held my seat for 8 years. So and then I got tired of it, and I don't consider myself a lame duck. I'm like I was saying, I consider myself a Peking duck.
Peking duck.
So I retired from that, and I'm also a disabled veteran, retired for 20 years, Air Force.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
And I got away from that, and I actually closed Bergstrom Air Force Base. I was one of the last airmen to close the gate there before it became an airport. So
Okay.
and that was it. I mean, that's the Fat Lady song, and it was. And I recently became married this past November. So
Congratulations.
my second marriage. First one was with a woman, and this one is with a man. So that's the brief history of the world, part one. So
Yeah. How did being part of the Republican Party, let alone being a chair, you get any resistance from that, from anyone?
No, actually, I was accepted with open arms, really, because I'm a conservative gay man. So I know it's an oxymoron. So it's I'm pro-life, and I have conservative views as a gay man. So I'm a Christian. Uh, again, it's an oxymoron. So it's I really, 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 really uh, believe in pro-life. So save the child and let the gay people adopt them. You know,
Very
give us,
good. Yes.
give us the ability to adopt a child. You know, so
Make the process easier too, because right
easier
now
for us
it's so
to adopt.
difficult
So
and
that's what I was
expensive.
working on. That's what I was.
Yeah.
That was my platform to it, and so and that's what I was working on. So and it was working. It was working, but then the uh, I was by myself, and it was getting hard for me to work on it by myself and everything. So I was trying to get more people, more gay people to work, to get in it with me. But I was getting pushback by the Democrats and by aggravated homosexuals who didn't want to believe in me, who were,
Really?
who were being no, it's not going to work, and it's working. It's working. They just didn't believe in me. That they didn't believe that there were actually Republicans on my side,
Yeah.
and 75% of the Republicans actually believed in me. You know,
I get
they
that.
were actually liberal Republicans, liberal thinking Republicans. You
Yeah.
know, that followed me. In which case they did. You know, and so it was crazy. It's crazy.
So
So I
you
just
are born and raised in the valley down here, South
I was
Texas?
here in Raymondville, and
Oh, Raymondville.
yeah,
Oh
and
boy.
I know. Then I graduated in '84 and I left. I left and I went to the Air Force in 1984, '85, and never came back. That's it. Weird.
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. You said Raymondville's like, oh my god. You seem normal, right? You seem normal. You have any feuds with anybody or fighting with anybody in Raymondville or anything like that?
Vanessa?
Out of 10, I take it.
Like Vanessa? Oh yeah, her. Of
Yeah.
course, of course. She has threatened me a couple of times. She has nothing against me, obviously.
She threatened you. She
Oh
says
yeah.
she doesn't threaten anybody.
Oh no. She even threatened to tell people that I had AIDS.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
She
geez.
has no proof, mind you. Of course, I don't have it, but but she threatened to tell people I had, only because I was gay.
Oh boy, that's funny coming from someone who claims to be so accepting of everyone and doesn't like labels and doesn't like to gossip. She says.
But
So so you're retired now, is that correct?
retired.
What do you do? How do you pass your time? Got any hobbies? Like to travel?
Lots of doing nothing. I support my husband in his with his company, his job. He's an event coordinator and florist and caterer, and he does he has a lot of contracts and a lot of floral duties and stuff like that. So we support him with the business aspect of his company.
That's
And
good to get together.
other than that, I have a lot of appointments, medical appointments. There's a lot of physical. I have a lot of physical ailments with me.
Issues, yeah.
Issues, yeah. I mean, with my PTSD that I have, and I have frozen shoulder, and I have diabetes and stuff like that. So, I'm broken.
But
I'm broken.
surviving, right? Surviving though.
I'm 57 years old. I've got to have a lot of things wrong with me.
So without going too deep into it, you mentioned your age right now. You are older than your husband, I take it?
Oh yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, I'm very much way older than you.
Way older, you say.
Way older.
Any issues with that at all?
No.
On either side?
Uh-uh.
Good. Question from the bomb. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were you once a DJ?
No, no.
Nope.
I'm a bartender.
Okay. Wrong guy. The bomb.
I make good drinks. I have a strong pour.
So another question. Okay, so one of the question was it's kind of if you guys have any questions, it's kind of going to be a get to know Wolf, but not necessarily ask him anything. I told him you answer what you want and don't answer what you don't want. I know one question was so you are part of the LGBTQ, what I call the alphabet people, not disrespectfully, but they just you mentioned you were married to a woman the first time.
Uh-huh.
And how do they compare in your experience now? Is it the same, just different gender? Is it pretty
One's
much the same?
Christian, the other one's not.
One is what? Did I hear what I just heard? Did you just say that?
Yeah, it's one's fishy and the other one's not. Well, okay, let me tell you a story.
Okay, please
Let me
do.
tell you a story. coming back when I was coming back from a night out with my wife, and I was pissed drunk. Coming in, we came back from the club, NCO club, and I was like hung over like a dog, and I woke, got out of the bed, and went to the shower, and I was like, "There's a Lao." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like coming out of, oh my fucking dog! I'm bleeding. And my wife goes, "No, you're not. That's me." He says, what do you mean that's me? I'm in my period. Dude, I have my fucking Red Wings.
Oh my goodness. What did he got? What did he call it? The red badge of honor?
Yes. So I can attest I have my Red Wings. So there you go.
Okay. So besides that,
okay.
relationship wise, like most I won't say most common marriages,
They both argue. They both argue about money. They both go out to shop. Nothing is different other than that, than biologics. Nothing's nothing.
So you got married in December, in November?
November.
And
They all have family to intervene. They all,
yeah.
It's all biological.
And how long did you know each other before getting married?
My wife 3 years, 5 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but Bam was married as well.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
How long? He was married for a good while, and then his husband's name was Jamie. Jamie got sick, and then he passed away in 2016.
Oh.
And he was devastated. I was there. Bam worked for me, and he called me on a Sunday. He said, because he had been hospitalized already. He called me and he said, Jamie just died. I was like, oh no. Mm-hmm. And he was devastated. And I gotta say, that's when I realized that people were making too much out of gay marriage. And that's when I realized, you know what? If you love somebody, who cares if it's a man or woman or whatever the hell it is? And that's when I realized, I have to admit, that's even though I grew up in Boys Town, Chicago, gay neighborhood, saw it everywhere. I was around it growing up all my life. I didn't care.
Well, see, I spent most of my life, my military life, in Houston. I was stationed at Ellington Field. And then from there, I went to Austin, and then they sent me back to Houston, and then I kept on going back to Houston, uh, and then I went to Austin, and then I kept on going back to Houston, and most of the time I spent in Houston. So most of my gay life was spent in Houston. Um, and then when I switched over to reserve duty, I kept on going back to Houston.
Hmm.
So most of my gay life was spent in Houston, most of
Hmm.
it. So most of my most of my gay life was lived in big cities. So when I came back to the valley in 2011, I was literally in gay culture shock.
Yeah.
Uh, I was like, what the hell am I going to do here?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah. Because here was the opposite. Over there
yeah,
in the big city, it's like it's everywhere. Nobody cares.
no, nobody, there's no, I was in a leather lifestyle. I lived a leather lifestyle. I was a leather man. You know, the down here is pleather. It's not leather, it's pleather. You don't know what leather is down here. So I
That's
left
funny.
I left the leather. I left it alone. I did absolutely nothing. I went into deeper depression,
Hmm.
and and I did absolutely nothing. Nothing. So so all I did is focus on my mother, and focus on everything else, but nothing else but mother. So and I focused on politics. I found
Yeah.
myself a hobby, politics. That's all I did. There you go.
A gay Republican, conservative in South Texas.
Leatherman.
Leatherman. Okay, so for those who don't know what Leatherman means, with the exception of the obvious word leather, what does that mean?
Flogging, paddling, 50 Shades of Grey.
So we're talking assless chaps.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I don't wear them assless. A boy would wear them assless. I'm a master. I'm a sir. I don't wear them assless.
Okay. So another question was, if you're again, if you don't want to answer these things, if somebody's fascinated with that you were married, to a female the first time, was she aware of how you felt inside? That you were okay with men? Were you okay with men back then as well? Or did she know that you were into men? Or
Well, I divorced her because I, in my first marriage, I divorced her because she did, she overspent, and it was not because of a sexual situation. She didn't, when I was out in the field, she racked up $13,000 in debt, and that was because of, and she didn't want to work, and it was because of that. It was the argument was because of finances, and I had to go through bankruptcy, and it was because of all that. It was not because of infidelities or or anything like that.
mm,
That was the reason because of the divorce. And plus, she signed. My father had her sign a prenuptial agreement before we got married.
mm.
For everything that she bought during the marriage, I kept.
Oh wow.
So, yeah. So she left with nothing but with the one release of what she came into the marriage was, and I kept everything, right down to her underwear, and I had to ship everything back to my sisters down here in the valley. And it was Blue Fox fur coats, it was jewelry, it was costume jewelry, it was everything. I mean, it was everything. And when they received the crates back here, I got the ass chewing of my life from my father, telling me why I bought her this, I bought her that, and dresses, and they were wondering why she bought this, and I'm going, I didn't realize that she had bought all this stuff because I was out in the field. I didn't know, and it was just like I had to. There's nothing I could do to defend myself with my father, and and so it's just like so they had to sell it all, you know, at a garage sale here that I didn't even know where it went or who got what. So it was just like, and I'm talking blue fox fur coats.
Sounds expensive.
Who wears a blue fox fur coat down here in the valley?
Yeah.
And I was stationed in North Dakota. In North Dakota, yes.
Right.
Here, no. So I'm like, I couldn't. And so ahí te vas. Okay. So okay.
And there it went.
And there it went.
And there she went.
And there she went. Next question.
Hi, Denise, Maria, Rachel, Kay, Carly, Jessica Lee, what up? Red Riding Hood, Jonah 956, Ash, everybody, Sas. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're having a little get to know Wolf Chapa.
Hi, everybody.
Hopefully he's going to be joining us regularly here and there. As long as you guys like him, we'll keep bringing him back. So far, I think you're doing good, by the way. So you're doing good.
Should I take off my shirt?
Yeah. Not yet.
It's a pillow talk.
Well, wait till next show when Bam comes on here. You guys can. Denise says she's got a photo of you and her together. You know, Denise. I know you do. So, okay, so what is your take? So you're a conservative Republican in South Texas. What is your take on gun control? Is it what I think it would be?
I love guns.
You being a military man?
I love guns. I believe you can go up to the liquor store, buy a bottle of liquor, and get a free gun.
Nice. Banks used to do that, right? When you used to open up a new account, they would offer you a rifle or something. Hunting rifle. Yeah.
A free rifle, that's right.
They did that a lot. That was a big deal. I know they did that a lot in fact, in
the Sax Tech Gun Show is this weekend. The Sax Tech Gun Show is.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, it is. Y'all head on over.
You want to know something funny? And I tell this story. I didn't know a lot about South Dakota, but it's a big hunting community.
Of course.
And when hunting season opens, we worked at the airport. I was a GM for United Airlines at the Sioux Falls Airport. Mm. And I see all this activity on a Friday. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, the hunting season starts. You're going to start to see a lot of rifles and hunting weapons and ammunition getting checked in and coming in, arriving. And sure enough, the airplanes were full of gun cases, and it's just a whole big deal. So the main lobby of the airport, it becomes like a gun show. And you can actually buy a gun, a rifle or a handgun and ammunition at the airport. And people are getting off the airplane buying ammunition. Cool. They'd stay the week hunting, and it's time to fly back. It's like, well, you got too much ammunition, sir. TSA wouldn't allow all of it to go. So they would come back with a bucket, with a bowl of shotgun shells, telling us, the airport airline people, you guys want some ammunition? Somebody want it? You guys can take it. And we were allowed to keep it and take it. The guys who worked for me were allowed to keep it and take it home. Yeah.
Cool. That's so cool.
But I found it so weird that in an industry where they're very touchy with firearms on airplanes, here you are selling firearms and ammunition at the airport. It's just, I find it funny.
Awesome.
But
you could probably go around and sell it, turn around and sell it.
Right? Put together a pack of shells and sell them by the pack. I don't even know what shotgun shells cost anymore.
Well, they're expensive though.
Well, now, there's been a shortage. Is there still a shortage of ammunition right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember a box of 45. I don't remember. It was like $7 or maybe $6 a long time ago.
Well, I don't know, but 9 mils are in short supply.
9 millimeter. So what happened in Uvalde? It was almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
Horrible thing. Everybody, the gun nuts were trying to take everybody's guns away because of what happened. And once everybody did their research, it was found out how he got the guns, how he paid for them. It was financed, and it was a big mess. Yeah, but I'm not a fan of those who want to take away your guns and your right to own a gun or to own guns. Then how many you have, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business how many guns I have, or right.
Right.
And okay, touch on another thing. You mentioned you're pro-life and about adoption. You plan? Are you thinking about adopting any kids at all? Do you ever think about that?
I would like to have the opportunity to adopt a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is that they just need to have. They need to give gay people the opportunity to have more. They need to give us the opportunity to have better options, for us to have better options to do that.
Are they still resisting
Yes.
from gay couples adopting children?
Yeah. They make it harder for us to do so. They make us look like perverts and monsters, which we're not.
Yeah.
So especially single men, the opportunity, we can be single fathers.
Yeah.
And the opportunity for us to be fosters as well too. We can be fosters as well. There's a lot of 13 and 15-year-olds that in the banks out there that need foster children, foster fathers, foster parents, that we could help as well, but they just make it difficult. So the rules need to be lenient.
Before I knew better, I guess a long time ago, and people did equate being gay with, oh, he must be a pervert or a pedophile. I mean, it was like, if they're gay, they must be this, and don't leave your kids around him and that kind of thing. And I didn't really understand that, or where that mentality came from.
I don't know, but did you know that a majority of people that are caught nowadays, or that are molesters and that you hear in the media, that are perverts and they're all straight,
right?
They're all
I've
straight.
noticed that. Yep.
They're not
and a lot of them married
and
people.
Yeah, and they're all straight. They're not gay. All of them.
Yeah.
The ones that are teachers and all, and that are molesting children, they're all straight. They're all molesting the opposite sex.
Yeah, what's up with that? Doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense at all.
Yeah. So you like to adopt one? You want to have a set of twins or something, or
no? Just so they're old enough to dust. That's all.
You know how to use a vacuum cleaner? Okay, you're gonna learn how to use a vacuum cleaner.
That's all.
Let me show you how to mop the floor. Come here.
That's it.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
But it's cool.
Yesterday I showed a video where we were talking about this girl. I don't know if you caught yesterday's program at all. Last night we were talking about this girl who's 22 years old, and she's just over 3 feet tall, and she had a brain tumor.
Oh, what's her name? The one that's dating the little girl?
Shauna.
Shauna, yes.
Yeah.
What about her?
So you've watched the program. You've seen the program?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. What's your take on that? Well, the clips I was seeing was that she's wanting to date, right?
Yeah.
But her issue is are the guys that I meet that are interested. She's really got to screen them because she's afraid that they're really
Too big.
interested in children because she looks so young. That are these
Oh,
guys really, really like pedophiles trying
pedophile.
to
Yeah.
experience that?
Yeah. Because and then she always goes to a bar and they always card her, and she has a special ID that says, yeah, yeah. I've seen her. I've seen her show. Yeah, I understand that. And that kind of that's kind of weird. Yeah, I would get freaked out because guys would. What kind of a guy would make out with her and not feel like a pedophile? Yeah, I
But
know.
but but also, I mean, what if the guy's normal and he's not a pedophile? Is it he's still going to be seen as he must
As a
have
pedophile.
pedophile tendencies? Because why would anybody be interested in that little small girl?
Yeah.
And what I was saying last night was being her father's got to be tough because you'd want to have her. I mean, she can't defend herself, so you can just pick her up by the back of the neck and take her somewhere, stuff her in a bag or something. And that's got to be I don't know. You're very protective
Okay.
of your
What would
kids.
you do?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd
Uh,
probably be
would
a nightmare father.
Would you rub your whiskers on her neck and just? Ah!
Oh man, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in that position. I would hate to be her parents. I'd be worried all the time. I mean, she can't go anywhere by herself.
No, but they do let her go on dates alone. They have done her. They have let her do that. Done do that. They have let her do that.
Yeah, that'd be nerve wracking.
It
That'd
was
be nerve wracking. So,
okay.
switching up the topics here. What's your take on the death penalty?
I'm for it. My sister was murdered on Thanksgiving Day, um, 27 years ago.
Oh no, sorry to hear that.
She was murdered by two people. Well, two people, Campbell and uh, I forgot the other person's name. It escapes me right now. And Campbell and the other person were one person's on parole. Two people were sent to court. One of them was let go, and the other one's still. I can't even talk about it right now.
Mm.
But anyway, one was let go, and the other one's about to be let go. Probably is due out for parole, and they both got life sentences, but they were with chances of parole, and they're both about to get out on parole.
No way.
So it doesn't work, in other words. But
Yeah.
I'm for the death penalty. She was shot 9 times, and her boyfriend was shot 15 times
Oh my goodness.
with a 22 caliber rifle. They, she bled out, and the other guy, their boyfriend, actually died instantly.
That's horrible. And I could see, someone in that position would be, yeah, pro death penalty. And I'm pro death penalty as well. I mean, I am. I'm death penalty. I'm a fan of it. But for me, it's got to be like an airtight case. I mean, did they confess? Yep. Okay. All the evidence points there. Yep. There's no, what do they call it? That little bit of doubt, reasonable doubt. None. He did it. All right. Take him out back like right away. None of this 25 years of appeals or whatever and all that. I think that's ridiculous. However, for the people that are innocent, wrongfully convicted, see, that's where I have a problem. I think that's a horrible situation for somebody who is sincerely and really innocent to be spending any kind of time in jail, let alone about to be executed. And those do happen. You see him from time to time. Oh, so and so was released after 20 years in prison for something he didn't do, and they found out who really did it and stuff. And
Right.
man, that's time you don't get back from your life. And I know they give money and all this, and they try to compensate, but
Well, the thing is it was my best friend's little brother who did it.
oh man,
It's a small town. Ravenville's a small town. What can you do? And this happened. It was dubbed the Thanksgiving murderers, and the sad thing is that uh, I don't blame the family. I don't blame my best friend for the actions of his little brother. You know, I still love my best friend a lot. Every time I see him, I give him the biggest hug ever. I mean, I literally take the oxygen out of his lungs every time I see him because I hug him and so much. Because I do miss him a lot. I do miss him very much, and it's sad that this had to come between us. It really is, but well, there's nothing that can be done. I mean, his little brother killed my sister, and and I remember the other guy's name is Fadley, and Fadley is up for parole now, and the board of pardons and parole is right now is judging is looking at his file, and they're probably gonna let him go, and on and the Villacana family, which is the other family that of the boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend who got killed, and is very upset as well. And I mean, so victim services is they're all fighting to keep him in, and this is I guess the 12th time that he's come up for parole, and it's like we're just like tired. We're tired. We're so tired of fighting to keep him in. We shouldn't have had to do this over and over, writing in letters and sending in letters and talking to the board, and it's just over and over, and it's just exhausting. From the mistakes that were made during the court, and the and the attorneys, and they didn't. It's just stupidity. The stupidity of it all.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Just let her rest. Let her rest. Just let it rest. Let it go.
Yeah.
It's just been too long.
How many years ago was that, you said?
2000. I don't even want to think about it anymore. 2003.
No, okay. Yeah, we were talking about that because the discussion came up again about Melissa Lucio.
No.
Are you familiar with Melissa Lucio case?
No.
She's the first Hispanic woman to be put on death row in the state of Texas. She was accused of killing her 2-year-old daughter.
The stair lady.
Right.
Okay.
And the documentary, if you guys want to watch it, it's still on Hulu. It's called "The State of Texas versus Melissa," and she had a date set for execution, and then the board decided to give her a clemency. Well, no, I take that back. They delayed it. What do they call that? The stay of execution, right? And so the district attorney, it got sent back to the district attorney in Cameron County, and they're supposed to review and look at everything and decide whether or not they're going to give her a new trial. And if they do, whether they're going to allow all this evidence that wasn't allowed before because of incompetent defense attorneys. Or, nah, we're not going to do anything. We'll set a new date for her. And then proceed to execute, which is what a lot of us feel they want to do. It seems like they want to execute her.
I see.
And you should watch that documentary, the state of the state of Texas versus Melissa Lucio. And it's quite interesting. So we talk about all kinds of stuff here, different things that come up in the news, current events, crime stories. You believe just happened in the news. What was the last one? Last week, a couple of weeks ago, for sexual purposes, a man shoved I think it was like a missile.
What?
Yeah, he did, for gratification. And they had to get a bomb squad to defuse
No
the
way.
thing. Oh yeah, true story. And we talk about stuff like that and we goof on it. I like to have fun with the conversation. Every once in a while we can have a serious topic or something like that. And so hopefully you like hanging around and you like giving your opinion, because I definitely want people who are not afraid to state their opinion.
Trust me, I'm an open book.
Good. And I want, I think the crowd that we have pretty much is they're all over the place. We've got we have a token Democrat. He comes here once in a while, a couple times a week. That's Chuck. Chuck is our token Democrat. And but he's a good guy. And I'll let anybody say what they want to say. My whole thing is I don't want anybody to be rude or be an asshole. That's the only thing that'll cause me to kick you out. So I welcome all opinions, always have. But yeah, if you're up, I don't know. I'm trying to set a regular schedule. I've got a few things coming up, which I have to start to. It'll help me set a regular schedule. So whether it's going to be 3 or 4 nights a week, what time of the day, that's a whole other thing as well. I like these 10:30 shows, the 10:30 slot. I like to do a pillow talk where you talk more. Well, it's supposed to be more of a like relationship thing or whatever, but the pillow talk can really be any kind of discussion. Yeah, and so hopefully if you're up for it, I'll bring you back in a day or a couple days, and we'll have a topic on hand.
I'll break out the adult toys.
Oh boy, we got to save those for a Saturday, okay?
Oh damn it! Okay.
Adult toys is for Saturday, and
I'll show you what a flog is.
Oh god, yeah, I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I'm assuming they do, but yeah, there'll be a time and a place for that too. We did a Ask Bam Anything program. You remember that? I don't know. You might, if you were around for that. Ask Bam Anything. And I was surprised. Nobody really got into anything super hardcore. I think everybody was too shy, maybe, to ask anything.
Or naive.
Yeah, it could be. I suppose that could be. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Everyone, Wolf Chapa, hopefully we're going to see him a little more and get his take on life as we see it. And should be fun. We're looking for fun times. And then my friend Elizabeth has agreed to join us like once a week. And that'll be nice to get a female perspective on whatever these topics that we talk about, because it's always just guys. And it's always me and Bam. And Bam and I kind of agree politically on a lot of things. Just like you. So it'd be 3 of us all agreeing on the same thing all the time. It's going to get kind of boring, right? We need somebody with opposing views to what do you got? Zoe, damn.
It is in my universe.
Yeah, I don't know why it's Zoe. Be nice. Do you have a problem with it? Is that what you got, Zoe? I'm assuming you have a problem with it. I hope not. See, we have some people here in the Valley who are homophobic. And personally, I think it's because they have a gay tendency that they don't like within themselves. That they are very, very, very homophobe and very anti-gay. And every so often, we get some people that come out like that. So I apologize for that. Pay no attention to that. I thought he was kidding. He or she. I'm assuming it's a she, but yeah, no room for homophobia here. So disfigure. And he's canceled. All right. So anyway, back to the. Yeah, we'll hope to have. Maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday we can bring Wolf back. Oh, I know. Well, last question. How'd you get the name Wolf? Who named you Wolf? Where did that come from?
That came from some men in my squadron in the military. I had a tendency to bite a lot.
To bite?
Bite a lot in my. Some people had a tendency coming back from some dates early on with some marks, and so because of that, they started calling me Wolf.
Okay, I guess you were trying to leave your mark. I guess
I left my mark. So, and because of my eyes, I had a certain stare. I had a certain look. So
now, is your name legally changed to Wolf, or is it just you go by Wolf?
I go by Wolf.
And you know Bam's story of his name.
Bam Bam.
Yeah, Bam. His name was actually Brent Allen Miller. B-A-M.
B-A-M.
So once they decided to piss off his father or whoever was pissing him off, and he changed his name legally to Bam. So he goes by Bam Miller.
Interesting.
But I'll let him tell you about that story. I think you guys would have fun together here live.
That should be fun.
Yeah,
Thanks
definitely.
for having me over. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you coming on. And Wolf Chapa, everybody. Hopefully we'll bring him back maybe Saturday. We'll see when he's got time. You know, I like to go on randomly for now anyway. And if he's available, we'll definitely bring him back. And I'll make sure I have Bam here as well.
Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, no, you have a good night, brother. I appreciate you. And love to have you back. And
Anytime.
Everybody, have a good night. Thanks, Wolf. Stay here. Don't go away, all right? Have a good night, everyone.